Dear students, good morning to one and all. Previous class we will discuss about introduction to biological classification, that is Aristotle classification or first classification. Next one, two kingdom system of classification. Next one, three kingdom system of classification. Next one, four kingdom system of classification. Okay, now dear students, today we are going to discuss about five kingdom system of classification. Five kingdom system of classification. Okay, now five kingdom system of classification is proposed by R.H. Whittaker in the year 1969. Which is proposed by five kingdom system of classification, that is R.H. Whittaker in the year 1969. First classification of biological classification is proposed by Aristotle. Aristotle is regarded as a father of biology, as a father of zoology. Two kingdom system of classification is proposed by Carl Linnaeus. Carl Linnaeus is regarded as father of modern botanist. Three kingdom system of classification is proposed by Ernest Haeckel. Four kingdom system of classification is proposed by Copeland. Next one, five kingdom system of classification. This is very important system of classification. That is five kingdom system of classification. Five kingdom system of classification is proposed by R.H. Whittaker in the year 1969. 1969. Okay, now dear students, according to R.H. Whittaker, the five kingdoms are named. First kingdom Monera, second kingdom Protista, third kingdom Fungi, fourth kingdom Plantae, fifth kingdom Animalia. Okay, now dear students, what are the character features of Monera? What are the character features of Protista? What are the character features of Fungi? What are the character features of Plantae? What are the character features of Animalia? Okay, now dear students, first kingdom Monera. Monera all are prokaryotic organisms, unicellular, microscopic. These are the character features of Monera. Monera all are prokaryotic organisms by means lack of nucleus and lack of bounded cell organelles. Microscopic, very smaller organism. Unicellular, the organism is made up of single cell. These are character features of Monera. Okay, now dear students, Moneras all are prokaryotic organisms. Moneras all are prokaryotic organisms. So in the first kingdom Monera includes Archaebacteria, Eubacteria and Cyanobacteria, Mycoplasma, Actinomycetes. Actinomycetes. Archaebacteria, Eubacteria and Cyanobacteria, Mycoplasma, Actinomycetes, all are prokaryotic organisms. Those prokaryotic organisms under kingdom Monera. Protista, all are eukaryotic organisms. Unicellular, most of the unicellular to be presence autotrophic and heterotrophic nature. To be presence autotrophic and heterotrophic natures. The best examples are here Chlamydomonas, Chlorella. These two are algal members. Earlier classified plant kingdom, Paramecium and amoeba. These two are animal organisms. Chlamydomonas, Chlorella, both are plant organisms. To be presence is always autotrophic in nature. Paramecium and amoeba, both two are animal organisms. To be presence is always heterotrophic nature. So both organisms are included under kingdom Protista. Under kingdom Protista. Okay now. Third kingdom fungi. Fungi are heterotrophic in nature. Selvagine, chitin. The body is filamentous. Fourth one here, Plantae. So Plantae kingdom, all are chlorophyll containing, autotrophic in nature. They make a own food material, not depend other organisms. Okay now. Fifth kingdom, Animalia. Animalia is also heterotrophic in nature, not make a own their food material, is always depend upon to the another organisms. These are the character features of five kingdoms. Dear students, RH Whittaker to be taken some of the criteria. Those criteria are here, 5 criteria. So according to RH Whittaker, to be taken off 5 criteria, then after to be classified 5 kingdoms. First criteria, cell structure, prokaryotic cell, either eukaryotic cell. Second criteria, thallus organization. How to develop thallus? Generally, all plant body is consist of root, stem, leaf. But sometimes some organisms are body consist of no true root, no true stem, no true leaves. Totally look like of leaf-like structure. Third criteria, mode of nutrition. Autotrophic nature, either heterotrophic nature. Autotrophs or heterotrophs. Fourth criteria here, reproduction. Some organisms are having to be present in asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction. Some organisms are having only presence sexual reproduction. Fifth criteria are here, phylogenetic relationship. By means history of organism story, history of organisms development, or history of evolution in the organisms, that is phylogenetic relationship. Okay, now dear students, RH Whittaker to be observed 5 criteria, then after to be classified into 5 kingdoms. Those 5 kingdoms, Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia. Okay now. So here Monera kingdom includes Archaebacteria, Eubacteria and Cyanobacteria, Mycoplasma and under kingdom Monera. Archaebacteria under kingdom Monera. Archaebacteria is the one primitive bacteria, the oldest bacteria. Archaebacteria is one of the primitive bacteria, that is oldest bacteria and prokaryotic organism Okay, now dear students, Archaebacteria under kingdom Monera. Archaebacteria is one of the primitive bacteria, that is oldest bacteria. Archaebacteria is one of the prokaryotic organism, by means lack of nucleus, by means not well developed nuclear membrane, either nuclear envelope, not well developed membrane bound cell organelles. Okay, now dear students, Archaebacteria generally grow in horse habitats. By means Archaebacteria generally grow in unfavorable conditions. So habitat by means a organism living one place, one specific place. A organism to be growing one local area, one local place, that is called habitat, that is living place. Organism of living place, that is habitats. Okay, now dear students, Archaebacteria are generally growing in horse habitats. Horse means unfavorable conditions, not sufficient food materials, not sufficient environment, but is also grown in these areas. Okay, now Archaebacteria are generally grown in horse habitats. Habitats means one organism living place or living area. Okay, now so based on the horse habitats, Archaebacteria are of 3 types. Okay, now dear students, based on the horse habitats, the Archaebacteria are of 3 types. First type are here halophiles, second type are here thermoestophiles, third type are here methanogens. Halophiles. So here some of the Archaebacteria are grown in extremely salinity. So some of the Archaebacteria are grown in extremely salinity, that is called halophiles. Some Archaebacteria are grown in salt areas. That is called halophiles. Next one here thermoestophiles. Some Archaebacteria are grown in hot springs. That is called thermoestophiles. Okay, now methanogens. Some Archaebacteria are grown in marshy areas. Marshy areas means available in free oxygen. That is called methanogens. Dear students, Archaebacteria are of 3 types: halophiles, thermoestophiles, methanogens. But third type of Archaebacteria is very, very important. That is methanogens, such as Methanophilus and Methanococcus. Methanophilus Archaebacteria are known as methanogens. So these methanogens is always grown in dung of the ruminant animals, cattle or ruminant animals, especially such as cows and buffaloes. Okay, here dear students, methanogens are generally growing up dung of the ruminant cattle or ruminant animals such as cows and buffaloes. So these methanogens to be produced one biogas or one gobar gas, that is methane, Methanogens of archaebacteria are economically useful to be biogas production or gobar gas production. Generally, methanogens archaebacteria are grown in dung of the ruminant animals such as cows and buffaloes. So these methanogens to be produced one biogas or gobar gas, that is methane. Methane formula CH4, and also to be produced carbon dioxide and trace elements such as hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen and nitrogen. Okay, now dear students, so here archaebacteria, generally archaebacteria is one of the prokaryotic organism. Every organism of cell containing cell wall and cell membrane. All eukaryotic cell of, especially plant cell wall, is made up of cellulose. Prokaryotic cell, especially bacteria cell wall, made up of peptidoglycan. So this is also archaebacteria, but is primitive bacteria, that is primitive bacteria. Eubacteria is true bacteria, new bacteria. So archaebacteria is primitive bacteria. This primitive bacteria of bacteria cell wall is made up of pseudomurine, not peptidoglycan. Okay, now dear students, generally eubacteria or true bacteria cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan, but archaebacteria cell wall is made up of pseudomurine. This is very important. Okay, now, and archaebacteria cell membrane is consists of branched chain lipids. True bacteria cell membrane is made up of lipoproteins. But here archaebacteria cell membrane or plasma membrane is made up of branched chain lipids. Both are bacteria. First primitive bacteria, archaebacteria. Next developed bacteria, eubacteria. Both organisms of bacteria containing cell wall, cell membrane. But chemical substances is differentiated. Eubacteria cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan, but archaebacteria cell wall is made up of pseudomurine. Eubacteria cell membrane or plasma membrane is made up of lipoproteins, but archaebacteria cell membrane or plasma membrane is made up of branched chain lipids. What is the reason of branched chain lipids? These branched chain lipids is always survival in extremal conditions. That is the importance of branched chain lipids. So this is about 5 kingdom system of classification, that is Monera kingdom of archaebacteria. These are the general character features of archaebacteria. Okay, now thank you.